The thing I am most happy with this episode of Attack on Titan is I no longer have to call her Krista. I can finally refer to her back to the name that I've been using for years because I've been reading the manga monthly for quite some time, and I can start calling her Historia again. A little side note, I think it was 2 weeks ago, in the middle of my review, I referred to Krista as Historia, and when I was editing it, I was like, oh wait, in the anime, she's still known as Krista, isn't she? So, like, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, there's just a hard cut because I just skip out, like, referring to her name and just jump into me just saying she or something like that. Because in the manga, I've been referring to her as Historia since this point in time, like, when it aired in the manga, and that was years ago. So I'm so glad we're finally back because I'm horrible with names as is, and I'm even worse remembering a fake name. Because now it's been revealed, why is Krista such a key player? Because she's of royalty. She's a royal baby. She was born into royalty but couldn't claim the throne, and people wanted her dead. They didn't want her to be able to claim the throne, and ultimately she got wrapped up into the Survey Corps and she took on a fake name. And we get a great little bit of backstory with Ymir as well as Historia, showing kind of like their kind of first introduction. Well, not really their first introduction, but their first little moment where they truly have a conversation, and Ymir kind of throws it in her face like, we are kind of similar, but the main difference between you and I is I didn't try to hide from who I was. I kept my real name, and you should have too. And they ultimately have this agreement that basically, when Ymir tells her her secret, or shows everyone their secret, that she promises that she'll take back her real name and start living her life, not hiding and being just a mass figure. And that's such an important scene and such a great character-driven scene to show you two different sides of people, but gives even more just substance to the scene where Ymir jumps off the tower and turns into her Titan form. It's amazing, and I just love that she literally throws her down the mountain, turns into her Titan to get this man off the cliffside so he can live, and that goes against her original nature of just living for herself. So Historia herself really gave her a purpose to her life and gave her more than just being a mindless Titan, a mindless warrior. And I love what they did for one another and the final goodbye that Historia and Ymir have for one another, and just Historia on the tower saying, if you have to tear this tower down, do it and live for yourself, literally just grabbing the bricks off the tower, like smacking them against Titans, to then her saying a couple of words she doesn't have full intelligence in Titan form, to the fact that she can just verbally speak in human language to the same degree that the Beast Titan can, but she just says like, hang on, we're basically going for a joyride. And just the overall episode, so many great action scenes, like the way they're using the 3D camera movements and just the high, just energy octane action scenes were beautiful. But this episode at the core, despite there being a ton of action, you know, around the halfway mark or even like the last fourth of the episode, this was a very character driven episode. And if anyone calls that stuff filler because it wasn't just straight action, I'll put it nicely, you're insane. And I won't say any more than that, because people like who try calling like just Sasha's stuff, like her backstory, like filler, you don't know what filler is. Because if it's progressing a character's plot, that is not filler whatsoever. The episode is really, I've said a lot with this season, I love this arc because it's a very balanced arc. Different arcs in Attack on Titan do different things. Some are very action focused, some are very just kind of character driven backstory or progressing the end goal plot. Clash of the Titans is a very balanced arc of major reveals, new questions, and a lot of action. And it's balanced very well, so a lot of the just major questions that you had in season 1 get answered here, but you also get new reveals that you didn't even know you had a question for, but more questions always get brought up. And Attack on Titan is a great mystery series. It's a horror, it's a mystery, it's an action, it's an adventure. There's so many different like subgenres that it's a part of, and it does it beautifully. And this season, it's giving you the adaptation that manga readers love because it's so damn accurate, but they just take the amazing scenes like Historia and Ymir's backstory. I liked it in the manga, I love it in the anime. This is what the anime does, it takes those scenes and just makes it even better. And it's not because I hate the manga's art, I actually really love the manga's art. I think it fits the series so damn well, it's very gritty, it just feels rough and in your face. I like it because just the animation and the voice acting bring this to life, and because it's literally like a page for page adaptation, there's no difference in story, it's just because you have that life, you can hear the emotion, you can hear all just the individual scenes come to life because of the amazing voice acting, but also the sound effects and just art and animation. This episode was absolutely awesome. I'm sure like there's gonna be some anime onlys being like, holy hell, we got royalty in the survey corps. Like, did you see how Mir's Titan form was? There's just so much to this. I love this arc. I really, really do. I think each arc gets better for myself. I love every single arc of Attack on Titan, but this arc, it's good. I mean, I'll be really interested here. What did people think of this episode of Attack on Titan, and what was your favorite moment in the episode and why? Was it the backstory? Was it the action? Was it like learning that Krista is actually Historia, someone of royal birth? What was your favorite moment? Be sure to let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And before you leave, smack that like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.